Um, Welcome to Missing Links 88. Here's another video I want to tell you about. You guys know already how I feel about Peach McIntyre. You know, the one with the 9 kids and a husband. Yeah, the kid, and she might be pregnant again, they said. I don't know. But his video here, and once again, this is Missing Links 88. Section 108 allows me to talk about it, in my opinion. I do not want anybody to discriminate against anybody because I do not do that. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. No bashing anybody or none of that. But we are going to talk about it. This is how I feel. This is how my thoughts on it, and that's what this is. YouTube is meant for. How you feel about things, and this is how I feel about it. Listen to this. And I want to give a shout out to Queen Blah and More. Please subscribe and start her channel. She always talks about the mommy sectors, and she's real good. She really does cover it all. I want to hear this. This is Miss Links 88. In the past 30 years, I've dealt with children growing up to adults with disabilities. And I recognize as soon as somebody gets triggered or is can't handle it, is in a bad situation. And right now, I believe, even though how I feel about Peach and the way she goes, and I know she probably only doing this all for clout because now she done switched it up from being mean to nice, and now she cares. But here, listen to this. When you're down and out, and there seems no hope at all, but if you just believe, there's no reason for. I asked, can I come home? No, you be talking all that noise on live about your mother is crazy. Girl, don't go home. What you need to do is go to a shelter. You need to go to a domestic violence shelter, okay? You can go to the Springs Domestic Violence Shelter in Tampa. All you're going to do is call them. Their phone number is 813-247-7233. Once again, that number is 813-247-7233, right? When you call, you're going to do an interview. They're going to ask you about the abuse that's going on. You don't have children, so you don't have to worry about that. For my girls who have children, they're going to ask you about abuse, and is abuse occurring in front of the children. If you tell those people that abuse is occurring in front of your children, they are mandated reporters. They will take your children. They will literally call CPS and take your children from you. Facts. So no, that's true. In all states. She's in Florida, but this is now, everywhere. Everyone else, like with Yazzie, this video is for Yazzie. Yazzie, you don't have any children, but even though you don't have any children, you are experiencing abuse, not only from your mother, but from the men in the streets. So you're going to let them know that you are experiencing abuse. You're going to give them examples if you meet their criteria. I completely understand where Peach is coming from, but I've been watching Yazzie for about a month and a half now. And the things I've seen are kind of like, I don't know. Either she's mentally unstable completely, or she's bringing the things on herself because she doesn't want to abide by someone's rules. You understand what I'm saying? And it could very well be one of those situations where she thought she was grown, think you grown, talk crazy, and get put out and find out the grass ain't greener on the other side. I just been watching her, you guys. She's homeless. She go on TikTok every day. She get her money on TikTok every single day. And she books hotels, and sometimes she decides to sleep outside. Although she received more than $300 or $400 on TikTok that day. She doesn't spend the money on a hotel. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all smack that likey like button. Let me know if you know who we're talking about.
Her name is Yazzie with a Y, and I found her on TikTok.
And yes, you will. There's more than just one type of abuse. For those of you who don't know, there is emotional abuse, there is financial abuse. It's more abuse than just physical. So you don't have to be getting beat up to be abused. Your mom is narcissistic. Do not go home. When you get approved to come to the shelter, they're going to have you meet them at the Ybor City.
We've never.
Now, I know because of how Peach talked about her mom, she's triggered right now. And I know that for a fact. So that's why she's doing all this. I like that she's helping us and putting this information out there. Because not just Yazzie, but there's other people there that probably needs to hear this. So I commend Peach for doing this. There's a lot to break down from this. As experiencing this personally, having to raise myself since the age of 11, and then parents dying on her and raising myself, let me tell you something. I've been homeless on the streets for years. And going to a shelter, yes, I understand you get all these benefits, but it's not that nice. You get shit stolen, or excuse me, you get stuff stolen. It's to the point where you literally got to put your money in your valuables in your bra, or not, or because some you can't even put it in a pillowcase because some people come by when you're really asleep. Some people heavy sleepers, they'll steal the stuff out your pillowcase. But if it's in your bra, it's more you could feel that, So that's one of the reasons maybe she don't want to go. I know a lot of people don't want to go because of that situation. It's not safe really in the shelter with that. But then some people go who you got to go through the shelter way. You got to even get to anywhere. If you're tired of being homeless on the street, yes, the shelter does help you get there, but there is those things you have to deal with. It's better than being homeless on the street and they're robbing you there. And then the thing about her getting the money and not getting hotels, when that's the last money you have, you don't know if any other money is coming. You're not going out there to buy a hotel. So when you go in the hotel, you stay there one night and then you don't want to leave, and it's a more traumatic than it is. Because I lived hotel for hotel too. And so all of that. And plus, she doesn't know where the next money is. It's all this going on in her head. Yes, she might be a teenager acting out, but I don't think the mom's handling it right either, to be honest. I will never tell my children they can't come. I've been through everything that mom's going through right now. I've raised three girls. I know exactly what's going on. And sometimes it's very important once we take our hands off of those teenagers, this is what happens. Let her come in and say her piece. Maybe sometimes us as moms, we need to be quiet because these young children know things. Our children know things that we don't know. They're being taught and learning all day, all through the day, where we are not, where we're stuck in the house or doing other things or on our schedule, working, eating, this busy schedule. They're seeing everything. We need to listen to them. And I don't know how many times, as soon as I learned this, I don't know how many times I've learned so much from my children. I don't care what age they were. I've learned so much from them. So sometimes we just gotta let it go. I know it hurts what your daughter said online, and it's a tit for tat, and it hurt. It hurt. Yeah, it's time to let it down though. Both of y'all gotta let it down and let's talk. She's begging to come back. Maybe give her another chance. But I also understand putting your foot down. I do both ways. So you gotta decide. Each individual gotta decide. I right now, everybody says I have a good heart right now. I never had a good heart before. Younger, my heart was not very nice because of all the stuff I've been through, trauma and all of that, and how I can relate to all of this. I can relate to Peach to a lot of stuff that she says. I may not approve of how she does her children or how she attacks people. I don't believe in kicking people when they're down. None of that. We're not supposed to judge. We're not supposed to do that. A lot of stuff I don't agree with she does. But now I have worked on myself. I had a family come. It's my adopted family. I call them or my god mom and my god sisters. And she came and she was my Nathan. And she pulled me out of that and she helped me get a heart back and helped me start really dealing with stuff. Sorry, this is shaking so much. I am 50 and I have little issues, health issues, and I do shake. Sorry about that. But I want to get this knowledge out there because this is important, okay? And this is May, Mental Health Month. This is May, Mental Health Month. Last month was Autistic Month. This month is Mental Health. So check in with your friends. Let's see how they're doing. Let's check in with each other, because I'm telling you, somebody you know is down and is not thinking right. And they may need a little hug or just want to say some things and get it off their chest. Check in with everybody, please. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what the Lord wants. Love thy neighbor. Hello. Not judge. We're not supposed to judge. That's why he gave up his only son for our sins. We're not supposed to judge. Can't throw the stone. You know what I mean? All that. But yeah, thank you once again for listening. I hope this really helps somebody out there. And I do, Peach, I appreciate it. She's in Florida, and I guess the girl, Yazi's in Florida too, and that's why she put exactly that location. But this is possible, and everything she said is happening all the states. All the states. This is what can happen. And there's places available in all the states. You just got to look it up. Yeah. All right. Y'all have a good day. Catch you on the next one. This is Mama Beef and Missing Links 88. Thank you.